Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Wander and Prepare. So when I first started this channel, I really wanted to highlight kind of things about my size and me. So again, I'm kind of a giant. I'm 6'4", 330 pounds. And I really wanted to show you guys that bigger campers and hikers, we're just as capable, we just need the right gear. Well, it's been a while since I've been able to show gear that kind of highlights someone for my size, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy it. So today, I want to talk about the Kilos Gear GrandPeak high back chair. So really cool. So I actually reached out to Kilos Gear asking to review a product, and this is the one they recommended. And I'll be candid, when I looked up some of the specs on the website, it does not say what the weight limit of the chair is, but I was very clear with my size, 6'4", 330 pounds, and they literally couldn't get this chair out to me fast enough and said, I got the perfect thing for you to review. I'd love for you to put this on your videos. So they were super confident in its ability to hold me. So I actually, full disclosure, have not taken this thing out of the bag. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get it set up for you in just a second, but here's exactly what they sent me. So this is the actual high back chair, and this is the size of it. So if you see kind of next to me, but this weighs 4.78 pounds. Let me say that one more time. This weighs 4.78 pounds. I don't know if you know anything about big and tall camping chairs, but it's hard to find one that weighs less than 20 pounds, much less one that weighs less than 5 pounds that will hold me and be anywhat comfortable whatsoever. So we'll find out in a minute if it's gonna be comfortable, but just wanted to show this to you. So they actually sent me 3 things. So this is the chair. This has the frame and the cloth part of the chair. They sent me one more thing. So this actually says GrandPeak high back chair, but this is not the chair. What this is this is a replacement cloth for the one that goes in here, but this one's a little bit different. They call this one a hot seat. So what that means is it is actually a battery powered, you can charge this thing up, heated seat. So it's incredibly warm today, so we're not gonna get a chance to check this part of it out. But I'll do a follow-up video once it cools off again, and we'll check this part of it out. And then the third thing they sent me was this little thing. So this is actually a footstool that you can use in conjunction with the chair and almost make it like a recliner. So we're gonna get this set up. So give us a few minutes, we'll be back, and we're gonna take a look and see if this thing will actually hold a giant. All right, so here we are setting up this chair, and just want to show you a couple of the cool features when we're setting it up. So this is kind of the frame of the chair. This is where the back's gonna go. This is where the front side of the chair is gonna go. There are actually 3 different ways that you can set this chair up. First is just like this. You can literally set it on the ground. You'll almost be sitting on the ground, don't get me wrong. But what's really cool about this is you kind of got this X frame right here. And what this will do by being able to set this flat on the floor, I actually have a another version of this chair, not a Kilos Gear, a different brand, considerably cheaper than this chair. And let's just say it has little legs like these. And when I put these legs up, the first time I ever sat in it, the ground was kind of muddy and it literally sunk right in the ground. So I love the fact that this can actually be set up in several different configurations. So here's configuration 1, where it's literally sitting flat on the ground. All right, so here is the second way to set this chair up. And this is with the legs. So really easy. I don't know, I'm gonna say actually kind of weird. So literally, let's just show, these legs kind of pull in there. They have this tensioner right there that you push in there. But once I push those in, there's nothing to actually lock it in place. It can come back out. I mean, it's in there. It's not gonna like fall out or shake out or anything like that. But like there's nothing that actually kind of locks it in place. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, this is the second way that you can set this chair up. Now, I said that there's 3, there's actually more, but let's just talk about what that third one is, and I'll explain why it's actually more. So I'm gonna take one of these legs off here and show you the third cool feature about this. So not only does it set up with legs, it adjusts. You can adjust the height on this. Now what's really cool about this is, if I wanted to really recline back, I could put this front section, this is the front one, in the highest option possible. And then I could leave this back one in the lowest. And let's just see what that looks like without the fabric of the chair on there just so we can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So let's put that one back on there. So you won't be installing this on the table, so don't be a dummy like me. I'm just trying to show it off for you guys. All right, so now as you see, here will be the front of the chair, here will be the back, and it will be leaning back a good bit. So almost like a recline position. And I mean, come on, they give me a footstool. So of course I'm gonna see what that recline position looks like, especially with the footstool. So here's the base, super heavy duty from everything I can tell. Again, haven't put it together yet, haven't sat in it, but man, solid construction so far. So let's go ahead and finish setting it up and we'll see how it does. Okay, so we have it set up, and I left it in that recline position because I kind of want to see what that's like with me sitting in it. But we're going to finish setting it up and I'll show you that. So if you've ever set one of these chairs up, I will tell you, when you put the back on there, you start with the back and then you'll put the front on. You have to use a little force with the rods and everything to kind of get those in there. And I didn't know if, because I told you I had another cheaper chair like this, I didn't know if I was doing it wrong or if that's just really the way the chair is. Well, that's just really the way the chair is. But once you kind of force and handle those in there, they actually, it's really, really cool, and it really locks it in place and does a good job. So again, this is the recline position. So the last thing you do once you get the chair put together is you position your headpiece where you want it, and there's a little Velcro thing in the back that kind of secures that in there. Well, I already sat down and I leaned back in this, and my head landed right there on that bar, so I'm actually gonna put this right here on the bar, and then I'm gonna take the Velcro part, and I'm gonna stick it to the back here, and just make sure that's in place. All right, so before I show you guys me sitting in it, let's just go ahead and see how hard it is to put together. This is the footstool. So again, it folds up into its own little bag, and then when you open it up, I mean, how cute is that? Literally everything stores in the footstool itself. So pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take this out. So the chair was like this too. It comes with a little Velcro piece that holds everything together, and then looks kind of crazy when it falls all out. But literally, you just kind of push everything together and make sure everything's in place. And basically the way this works is, so you have the male, you have the female, you push the male through there, and then they lock together like so. And then same thing with this one. And now you got it together. So obviously the pieces with the little rubber grommets, those are the feet. And let's see how hard this thing is to get on there. All right, so looking at this back too, let's go ahead and look at a couple features. The chair was like this. So you have two openings here. They do not have pull tabs on them. In the second opening, you see it has pull tabs. Make sure your pull tabs is always the second one that you put on. So I'm gonna put the one with the pull tab, well, not without the pull tabs on first. And this will show you here where, again, you just gotta kind of pull it over and tension it on there tight. All right, so let's see if I can do this and holding this in a real awkward position here. So I take it, and I'm gonna take the little pull tab, and it does split apart, so I can actually get like a little loop there. And I'm gonna pull it together on there like that. So just like that, and that kind of secures it in place. So now I'm gonna do this with the other side. So again, get my little finger in the loop, and I'm gonna pull it together. So now I got my handy little footstool. All right, so here is the test. So again, this is in the recline position. So come up close and let's show them what that recline position looks like. So see, we got the legs. The front leg is in the highest position possible, where that back leg is in the lowest position possible. So it's going to be leaning back when I sit in it. Now that said, I already sat in it once, so it's not like crazy leaning back, but let's just go ahead and see. So again, 6'4", 330 pounds. So if I fall on camera, I'll get a laugh, but then I get to say F you to kilos gear. But let's just see how it works. So one of the things my wife said when I sat down in it, it moves. It's supposed to move. Guys, this isn't like a crazy chair, and I don't care how small you are, it's gonna move with you. But here I am, I'm moving. Let's do some crazy movements, and it stays in place. So let's check this footstool out, see how well it does. I gotta admit, this is quite nice. So again, I'm a giant, 6'4", 330 pounds, under 5 pounds the chair part of it. The stool would add just a little bit to it, but that stool may be a pound at most. So you're still less than 6 pounds. Easily something I could put in the backpack. Something if I'm hiking, I take it with me and have a chair. If I'm camping, if I'm doing some lightweight backpacking, definitely adds a little weight. It's not ultra light by any stretch, but it is absolutely something I can take with me hiking, take with me backpacking, and I would have a comfortable chair to sit in, which anybody out there that does backpacking, what do you guys carry with you? A pad? I'm a big guy. I can afford to carry the weight. For me, especially being over 40, I'm carrying a chair with me. All right, so let's take a look at some of the features of the chair too. So here it has a little cup holder for it, so it's super handy. The instructions, is funny, when we was putting this together, we were looking for the instructions. It's literally a label on the chair. So how convenient is that, actually keeping up with it? So a couple things. So the headrest is adjustable. So my wife was sitting in it last, and you see I had it all the way up here. You can literally adjust it wherever you want. So the other cool thing, it actually has a pocket in the front of it, little storage pocket there. You can put whatever you need to in there while you're sitting there, pretty easy to access. And the other thing really cool about it, when you're sitting in it, you see how this kind of folds down to the side? Well, when you sit in it, that puts a lot of pressure right here, and this literally acts like an armrest. So super comfy when you're in it, and just some of the cool features of it. Also has a mesh back. So very curious, I actually have the other cushion over here on the table. Let's go look at it. So this is the one I talked about that is heated. And yeah, just exactly like I expected. So it does not have the mesh back. It comes with an additional pillow too, so that's kind of nice. Still comes with a mesh pocket in the front. Ooh, look at that. Comes with a really cool, like, stretchy pocket on the side. And then on the other side, this actually comes with a mesh pocket, but this is a second duty here. So what this is, in the top part, it has a zipper part, and this actually fits up in there. So what this pouch is you get a battery bank, and you hook this up to a battery bank, and then stick that down in there, zip it up, and this button right here, you turn it on, and you have a heated chair. So super, super cool. I was going to swap this one out with the other chair, but the fact that the other one has a mesh back, we're just getting close to spring. It's literally almost 70 degrees today in Nashville area. So I'm gonna leave the mesh back one in there and just have this one on the side in case I ever want it. And quite honestly, where this is going to live, I have a box that I keep in the back of my truck. I'm gonna keep it in that box. So just literally whenever I need a chair, I got one, I can set it up. If it's cold, I got a heated chair. If it's hot, I got the mesh back chair. So super cool chair. So again, this is the Kilos Gear GrandPeak high back chair. Super, super good chair. Highly recommend it. Super strong, super good quality. Again, you can splurge for the heated seat, not necessary. Don't quote me on those prices, but if I'm not mistaken, the chair is about $130 by itself. This is an extra of $60 or $70. I do not remember the price on the Footstool, but it was very affordable. Definitely a cool ad. And again, super small package. So if you live in a cold climate, want that heated chair, and you know, quite honestly, I'm over 40, so if I'm out camping and hiking, I'm gonna love me a heated chair, especially if I'm been hiking all day. So definitely think I'd splurge for it. But when you add all of it together, you're probably coming in close to $200, if not a little more. So it is definitely up there in the price range. But again, when you're talking about something that will hold a giant, definitely worth it in my opinion. All right, so one of the challenges, again, I'm a giant. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, but as most of us bigger campers and hikers out there, sometimes getting out of these chairs is also a challenge too. So again, this is the recline position. This is not the lowest position, but the back is low, the front is high. So in theory, that should make it a little bit harder to get out of, right? So I just wanted to show you this, that it's actually super easy to get out of. If I needed to push on this, it's certainly sturdy enough to do so, but even without pushing on it, gotta rock a little bit, but I can stand up and get out of it. Now, let's go ahead and adjust it to the highest position and see if that's any easier actually. So let's turn it upside down. Let's just go ahead and take both of them off. because I have a feeling it's going to be a whole heck of a lot easier to get out of when it's in that higher position. I mean, it certainly makes the chair look quite a bit higher. Whoa, so I'm just looking at it kind of from the profile too. Really setting up straight quite a bit more too, so didn't even realize how much it was reclined. So let's set in it. Oh, super easy. Like, you kind of set forward, so this is definitely a setting up chair. But man, if I'm using this and I'm thinking like camping and hiking, this is not necessarily the most comfortable position to set in, just sitting. But if you like to sit upright, if you're looking something forward, want to lay back, you can easily see a sunset, easily see a lake. But what this, I think this would be great for, if I'm eating, this is like the perfect position for that. I'm not too far back. I think it would be a great way to kind of eat, but man, being able to stand up from the high position, holy crap, super, super easy. All right, so we're just gonna test this. And I'm a little afraid to do this and did not tell my wife that I was gonna do this, but I kind of just wanna test the strength of this. So when I'm sitting in it, it's not holding the whole weight, right? So let's see what happens if I can actually stand in this thing. So y'all don't laugh at me if I fall, but we're certainly gonna see if it will hold me. So there you have it, standing in it. Moves a little bit, but I'm standing in it. So there you go. So obviously it's not meant to stand in like that, but when you were sitting in it, again, super comfortable. Didn't have any of that movement and moving around, shaking, turning, twisting, rocking back and forth. It is a super, super stable platform. And again, super nice touch with the footrest. So just remember, as we're out there wandering and preparing, let's do so by faith and not by sight. And in this case, in comfort. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much.